border in the history of this nation right now.
Okay, so the border is secure. Is one of the biggest lies we were ever told that Congress had to act to secure the border?
President Trump did it in 7 weeks with Joe Biden. Couldn't have went doing 4 years. Like the president says, you just need a new president, right? So we already secured the border at record levels during Trump 45. And we knew what we needed to do to get it back. Plus, we're taking additional steps in addition to what we did before. Again, he achieved the most secure border in 7 weeks. But now, it's a record achievement because we're even securing it at a higher level now. President was able to do this because of his out-of-box thinking, right? Whether it's Remain in Mexico program, Third Safe Country agreements, Indian country release, plus the consequences. People now know if you come to our border, you're not being released in the United States. Yes. Go hide out. So you can't have strong border security if you don't have strong interior enforcement and consequences. So all this plays into a great success.
How many people do you think are illegally in the country right now?
20 million.
20 million. If there are 20 million, two-part build on that. Do you think some people are now self-deporting because they're aware that there are consequences for being here illegally? Do you think that's a real thing that's happening?
Yes.
You do. How significant do you think?
Look at CBP One app. I think if I remember correctly, we're over 5,000 already. A lot of people are just self-deporting without going through the CBP home map. The intelligence report showing caravans heading south. The Darien Gap, which hundreds of thousands of people go north, now people are going south.
Oh, wow.
It's not shut down.
Yeah.
Traffic's going south.
Yeah.
People realize that there's no free ride anymore. You're not going to be arrested at the border and released. You're going to be either immediately returned, you're going to be detained until we return you. You're not walking away from the border.
Okay, so if some people are starting to self-deport, obviously much of the media attention has been on the intentional deportations that are occurring inside of the country. And it seems to me, and you correct me if I'm wrong here, we had a policy where Joe Biden lets 10 million plus illegals in. You said you think there's roughly 20 million illegals in the country. At best case scenario rates right now, it would appear that we're deporting around 350,000 people on average a year. It seems like they have set up a policy where as many people illegally basically as possible can come in, and then they're trying to restrict clearly the ability to send those people back out by throwing everything in front, legal obstacles, everything else. Is that an accurate assessment?
Absolutely.
Big picture.
Absolutely is. What they did, they played the long-term plan, right? They're playing the long game. And they're pretty smart about it. You bring 10.5 million people into the country. You release the vast majority into the country. And not in ICE detention, because they're placing ICE detention at $127 a night for a bed. They get a hearing within 35 days.
Yeah.
We know 9 out of 10 do not qualify for asylum. They get immediately removed. And 9 out of 10, that's the immigration court data from 10 years. So let's not put them in ICE detention because they'll get a hearing within 35 days and go home. Let's release them and put them in a hotel room at $500 a night. Give them 3 meals a day, give them free medical care, give them work authorization within 90, 120 days. Exactly why they came here, not because of asylum, but to get a better life. I can understand that. Purposely overwhelm the system. So they back the immigration court up on purpose. So now it's going to take 3, 5, 7 years. If you go through all the appeal process, it could be as high as 9 in like courts in New York City. They knew if they overwhelmed the system, these people couldn't be returned right away. And maybe by the time that 5 years rolls around, 7 years rolls around, they have a Democratic administration, all of a sudden, boom, amnesty across the board.
Yes.
So their long game that's what they intend to do. It's not by accident. Isn't incompetence. Isn't it's mismanagement. This is by design. So what we're doing now, we're trying to move people as quick as possible. But now you got radical judges and district court. You got a district court judge issues a national injunction.
Yes.
District. That's the word district, right? So that's why we're taking this to the Supreme Court. District court judge shouldn't put a nationwide injunction outside of his district. They're falling between sanctuary cities, judges, the radical judges, and the NGOs, people like AOC says she's going to educate people as to the constitutional rights. Don't open the door for ICE. Don't talk to ICE. You and I both know her end game is to evade law enforcement. So that's about to change real fast. I'm not going to talk about it right now, but in the next 2 weeks you're going to see we're no longer going to we're no longer going to accept that.